What is going on, guys? My name is AK back again with another YouTube video. Now in today's video we'll be going through my CDL pick'ems, saying who I think is going to win Call of Duty Champs or playoffs that is happening just next week. This has been a video that I've had requested by quite a few people, so I thought I'd run through and do it. We did it for one of the stages quite a while ago, and let's just say my predictions were about as wrong as you could possibly get, and it wasn't even a stage with that many upsets. I think just my predictions were awful. So let's give it a go today and see if for the finals we can do any better. Right, so here we are with the CDL pick'ems. This is where you fill them out. If you guys want to fill them out, go and do that. Send them to me on Twitter. Let me know who you think is taking the W. But what I do just want to bring to your attention is that I put up a poll on my YouTube channel just about a few days ago, asking who you guys thought was going to win CDL Champs. I could only put 4 up, so I put the top 4 teams. Really, we've got Atlanta Faze, Chicago, Dallas Empire, and Toronto. And Chicago came out on top with nearly 40%. How much of that is just the Optic fan vote? I guess we'll see. But yeah, it looks like a lot of people are confident in Faze and Toronto, but Dallas not so much at the moment. That being said, you could only put 4 options, and I did say in the actual thing that I think Rocker also have a very good chance after their amazing performance at stage 5. With that said done, let's jump straight into the pick'ems and who we think is going to win. So I think we'll just start from the top. The first game, actually I think in terms of time, Dallas play. Okay, let's do Dallas Minnesota first. I think they play first. I have to give it to Minnesota. Their performance at stage 5 was absolutely crazy. I'd say Dallas maybe take 1. They are a good team and probably will be able to put up a fight. But Minnesota's performance at stage 5, if they can continue that in Champs, they're going to be a very hard team to beat. Then at the top we have Optic versus Subliners, and I have to give this to Optic. I know Clay is back on Subliners, that got announced yesterday, but I don't know how well that's going to work, being that they just haven't had that much practice with Clay, being that he sort of took a step back from the team for quite a while, and now that he's back, I don't know if they're going to have as much practice as some of the other teams, especially teams like Optic. You have to think that they have the advantage, and I'm probably going to say it's a 3-0. Right, the next match is the first elimination match that will be between Dallas, who we knocked down from winners bracket, and LA Thieves. Now, this is a hard one. I think LA Thieves might be a team that potentially could cause quite a bit of an upset in this. So I don't know against Dallas. It's definitely be a close game. I could probably see this going a game 5. Let's say a game 5 to Dallas. But if LA Thieves win this, I wouldn't be surprised. They are potentially a team that I could see doing quite well. And rounding out day 1 of matches, we have New York Subliners versus Florida Mutineers. I'm going to have to give this to Florida. Again, the whole situation with Clayster not having that practice that maybe some of the other teams did. And Florida are a solid team. I know I have some fans, especially in Fiction. He loves a little bit of Florida Mutineers. So I've got to give it to them. And hopefully they can pull it through. Although I think it won't be as much of a blowout as Optic. Maybe a 3-1. So moving on to day 2 of Champs, which will be the Friday. The first match of the day will be Toronto versus Minnesota Rocker, the rematch of the finals of Stage 5. I don't know if Toronto let them do the reverse sweep again. That was something crazy, probably the biggest comeback we've ever seen in competitive Call of Duty. I don't know if Toronto let them do it again. I think Toronto are going to come out strong. Potentially a game 5 will be seeing there. Just my opinion. Who knows? If Minnesota come out like they did in stage 5, it could be a 3-0 to them. You know, they played really well. But I think Toronto have been back at the camp working on what they need to do. And I think they're going to come out and make sure they can close out the series this time. Then that brings us on to what would be the best game in Call of Duty, Optic versus Faze. You know, the historical battle between the two. And as sort of mediocre as Faze played at the last event, I don't see them choking this. I think they've been really practicing very hard, working on improving. I think Optic maybe take a map or 2, maybe 1 or 2. Let's just say 1 for the moment. But I think after stage 5, Faze aren't going to let anyone walk over them again. This then brings us on to the elimination matches for Friday. The first one being Optic versus Dallas. I have to give this to Optic. You know, I think Optic really are a good team. I know a lot of people sort of dismiss Optic because their performance generally this year hasn't been amazing. And also there's a lot of delusional Optic fans that think they're a lot better than they actually are. But having said that, I do think Optic do have a good chance at making a good run in this tournament. And I think if they do play against Dallas, if my bracket is correct, which I should mention, my brackets are always terrible. I never get anything right. So probably just take a little mental note of this and bet on the opposite. But I think, yeah, if they do come up, I would favour Optic, maybe taking a 3-1. And then for the final match on Friday, elimination round 2, we have Rocker versus Florida Mutineers. And I have to give this to Rocker. I think their performance is amazing. And while against the likes of Toronto and Faze, they might have close games, I think they would probably beat Mutineers. Again, I think Mutineers can play very well, but I don't know if they can beat Rocker in their current form. Now this brings us on to the Saturday of Call of Duty Champs. We have 3 matches. We've got the winners final, elimination round 3 and the elimination final. So start off, we have the winners final between Faze and Toronto. Now this is going to be a very close game. You know, this will be a telling game if this happens, of course. This is just my bracket, and I've got to give it to Toronto. You know, I think their performance has been really amazing, and although I said Atlanta Faze might not slip to the likes of Chicago, I think against someone like Toronto, there is a very good chance that they might. Let's say either a 3-1 or a 3-2. I'm going to give it 3-2. Respect Atlanta Faze for being a very solid Call of Duty team, but I think Toronto, in their current form, could potentially take that. This leaves us with our elimination round 3, Minnesota Rocker versus Optic Chicago. Now, I have to give it to Minnesota. I think Optic, a very solid team, and potentially this could go to a map 5, but if Minnesota are playing like they played at stage 5, I do believe that they would take the win in this matchup. A very close game, I think, if it does go ahead, but yeah, I think Minnesota would probably just edge it. Then finally, for the last match on Saturday, we have the elimination final that would be between Atlanta Faze and Minnesota Rocker. Now, I don't know. I think this would be, again, a very close game that I'd have to say Faze. I think Faze do take that, provided they're not playing like they did at stage 5. Old form Faze, like stage 4 and before, I think Faze would take that 3-1, maybe even 3-0. I think it really just depends on how, if Faze turn up. It depends if Minnesota turn up like they did in stage 5. But there's going to be some really interesting matches either way. And this finally brings us on to the championship match, which I believe will be between Toronto and Faze. Again, I could be completely wrong. I probably will be completely wrong. But this is my guess. And I think we're going to have to... I want to give it to Toronto. I really do. I think after what happened at stage 5, I think they just deserve a win. And what better time to do it than at Champs? And you know what? We're going to give it to them. My European boys, we're going to give it to them. But I don't think Faze will hand it over just like that. I think... let's say 5-3 and then 5 there, giving them the win in the best of 9. But that's my bracket. Let me know what you guys think. I see Toronto Ultra taking it, but to be fair, anyone out of the top 5 teams I could potentially see definitely in with a chance. That's Toronto, Faze, Optic, we could see Rocker and Dallas. And then the other 3... maybe not so much, but definitely could see them potentially even making some upsets that might change how the final result looks. But let me know what you guys think. Of course, send me your pick'ems on Twitter. I'm really interested to know what you guys think, or just write in the comments who you think is going to win. But I appreciate you guys watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like. Again, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.